Welcome to beautiful Colorado Springs and Falcon Stadium. We are gearing up for a showdown between these two teams representing their conferences and hoping to build some bragging rights. It's the North Texas Mean Green and the Air Force Falcons. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Hollywood with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though there will be a great home field advantage today, Coach told me before the game, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll return it. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. On the counter, and he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
I'm not sure you have much in the script to convert a third and this long on the opening drive. He's looking downfield to throw. Working the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
And the Falcons getting set on 1st and 10.
Ready? Red 54, red 54. Go, go!
The run inside. It's Davis. There's a crease. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown Falcons. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He wants to change this route. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a crease. It's White. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Falcons now set to take over on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Makes it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
There's a lot of different ways to generate explosive plays. This offense likes to do it on the ground because they've got difference makers, including that guy right there.
And that difference was made for sure in the defense. This is why you need the relentless pursuit. First guy misses, you got to have another one ready.
And so if you're on offense, man, force feed this dude the ball. Give it back to him.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Air Force! Great job by the back on the option.
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He's out past the 35. Racing down the left side. The 20, the 10, and he scores! Touchdown, Mean Green! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he added the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Running inside, it's Davis.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They give it to him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Run it with the fullback. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Oh, this is unwise. Catches it in his own end zone. Running through contact. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Jackson gonna throw it. Got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's White. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, North Texas.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their...
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got a chance to take this one back. How about that? It looked like disaster. They wind up with a 2-point conversion. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. Let's take a look at the stats and what has been a high-scoring early part of this game. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the Air Force offense ready to take over. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now on first down from the 28. Red pass, it's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
That's just such a great way to answer. Your defense just gives up a touchdown, no problem. Offense come out, see what the defense is in. The passing game makes the big play down the field and the immediate answer to get the momentum back in this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The short hands, it's Reese. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
Powers through the defender. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down, and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still
upstairs to make the catch. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. This is soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grabbed behind the line. It's long. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Reads it, fires complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Now on the move. Got a little grass. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
I think everybody wants to go for it in this situation, but you got to actually do it, and you got to be comfortable with the consequences if you miss this. Obviously, he was. Conversion's good. Nothing to write home about. No fans upset. Everybody happy. All right.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chance, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The run inside. It's Davis. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had 0 answers.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo. Running inside, it's Davis. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This is a designed run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to get it through the air. A little release to the back. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Falcons, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Falcons! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And what a great job by the defense, getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field. Here now, with just seconds to go in the half.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. But a flag is down on the field, so hold on. Let's see what this is about. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Cadets here doing their best impressions of a jet engine right on takeoff. Listen to this place. There's some room. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much.
There he goes. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Mean Green. Once he got some room, it was over.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
He's got it for the 2-point conversion, and now they're back to within 1 possession.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of room to the right. 10. Touchdown Air Force. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Throws for the tight end. Snagged in the middle. It's Reese. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's White. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. So now it's second and long. Going to the running game. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Here comes the heat. Got it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Jackson will throw. Touchdown, North Texas. Fitted in the window for the score.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Falcons now set to take over on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's long. And they're able to make the tackle.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? The run inside. It's Davis. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Now, a 4th down.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeps it. Might have a chance. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. On target. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver. They get the completion.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Off play action. He's going for it all. Caught. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Falcons, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Falcons! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the end of the quarter. Air Force has the lead here. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be knocked down. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a gap, it's White. Got enough for the 1st. Right down the gut of the field. The 40, the 30, past the 20, the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. Turning it on! And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Pulls it in. It's long. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
North Texas, 37.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. They use the end around first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. Got room at the 35. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking for space. It's White. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they're not on the same page there.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. Maybe a crease. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, North Texas. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
Man, how nice is it to be down and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back into the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation if they're expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. What a brain cramp. He just lost track of the play clock and gets hit with delay of game on a 2-point conversion attempt. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll go to the fullback. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Give to the big fullback. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Well, they called that an ISO play, and it was isolated for a loss.
And they try to isolate a linebacker inside and really run the football right at you, right down the middle. But you better move those big defensive linemen out of the way and create some space. They didn't do it, and you could tell that's why the ball went nowhere.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Here we go. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Not a chance. Missed it. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. And here comes the field goal unit. And it's gone! And now the lead is extended a little farther.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Give to the fullback. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Fullbacks are a dying breed, but when you see them, it just reminds you of the big old neck roll, just huge, stout fire plugs that you don't want to hit. But on short yardage situations, occasionally, you give the big boy the ball. There is no juke button. There is no speed button.
Makes a grab and room to run. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davis. Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
It's now 3rd and goal.